In this video, we'll be learning how to multiply whole numbers. We'll be using a method known commonly as the carry-over multiplication method. This is a traditional method which most would eventually use to calculate multi-digit multiplying. I'll be going through 4 examples which increase in difficulty and will then give you an opportunity to practice the skills I'll show you to see how you get on. So, question number 1. Now, the key thing when you are multiplying multi-digit numbers is ensuring that you are setting up the question correctly. So, for example, my question is asking me 48 multiplied by 7. Now, ensure that you are putting the units, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, making sure that the place value and the numbers are correctly underneath each other, okay? So in this case, the 8 and the 7 represent units. So therefore, you have to ensure that they are placed in line with each other. So for example, all I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the 7 with the 8, which gives me 56. And then I will carry over my 5. This 5 will now be added on when I multiply the 7 with the 4, which is 28, add 5, which is 33. And there you have it. 48 multiplied by 7 will give you 336. Question number 2. Same again, I'm ensuring that I am setting up the question as correctly as possible, okay? With the units in line with each other and with the tens in line with each other. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the number 3 with my 8, okay? And then with my 6, okay? And then I will be multiplying the 1. So for example, 3 times 8, which gives me 24. I'll carry over the 2, okay? 3 times 6 gives me 18, plus the 2 will give me 20. So I have multiplied my 3 with the 8 and the 6. The next part to the question I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that I put a placeholder in. Now the placeholder has to be put in because now I'm not dealing with 1 unit, I'm dealing with 1 10, okay, or tens. I'm going to multiply the 1 with the 8 and then the 1 with the 6. So 1 times 8 gives me 8. 1 times 6 gives me 6. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my answer together, and that will give me the total of 68 multiplied by 13. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 8 is 8. And 2 plus 6 is 8. So there you have it. Your answer for 68 multiplied by 13 is 884. So moving on to example number 3. Now, I will lay out the question as I have done with the previous 2 examples. So 247 multiplied by 52. Okay, as you can see, it is a little different to example 1 and example 2, as we are now increasing the amount of numbers used. Okay, so the concept, however, still stays the same. I'm going to multiply 2 with 7. That gives me 14. I'll carry over the 1. The 2 with the 4, add the 1. So 2 times 4 is 8, add 1 is 9. And then the 2 times 2 gives me 4. Once I have done the units, I will move on to the tens. And in this case, I have got 5 tens, okay? Before we actually do the multiplication, we have to put a placeholder because we are now dealing with tens. So 5 times 7 gives me 35. So I'll put the 5 and I'll carry over the 3. The 5 times 4 is 20. Add the 3 is 23. And then the 5 times 2 is 10. Add the 2 is 12. Okay, and in order to get my Final answer, all I'm going to do is add my totals together. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 9 plus 5 is 14. I'll carry the 1 over. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus the 1 is 8. And then I'll bring down the 2 and the 1. So the total for 247 multiplied by 52 is going to be 12,844. Now, moving on to question number 4. You can see the numbers have got a little bigger. Okay, so this time we are multiplying 363 with 415. So as I've done before, I'm going to multiply each of my numbers with one another. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. So I put the 5 there and carry the 1 over. 5 times 6 is 30. Add the 1 is 31. So I'll carry over my 3. The 5 times the 3 is 15, plus the 3 is 18. Now, I will move on to the next number, which in this case is 1. Now, we are not dealing with units anymore. We are dealing with tens. So, as we're dealing with tens, we have to put a placeholder in. So, 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. And then 1 times 3 is 3. Now we're moving on to the number 4. And as you can see that we have worked with the units, we worked with the tens. Now we're going to be working with the hundreds. So before I do anything, I'll put 2 placeholders in because we are dealing with hundreds. So 4 times 3 gives me 12. I'll carry the 1. 4 times 6 is 24. Add the 1 is 25. I'll carry over the 2. And then the 4 times 3 is 12. Add the 2 is 14. Okay. And in order to get my overall answer, I will be adding the totals up together. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 3 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 6 is 14. Plus the 2 is 16. Put the 6 here. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Add the 5 is 9. Add the 1 is 10. So carry over the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then I'll bring the 1 down. Okay. And my answer for 363 multiplied by 415 is going to be 150,645. Now I would like you to practice some questions on the skills I have just showed you. Here you can see Mr. Khan's skills check questions. I'd like you to have a go at practicing what I've just shown you. So please press pause, and once you're finished, click resume to reveal the answers. Here are the answers to Mr. Khan's skills check questions. Check how you have got on by marking the questions you have done. Thank you all for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye for now and see you again soon.